Fort Hood, Sandy Hook, Aurora, Colorado, active shooter cases that have rocked our sense of safety.
The suspect hopes to strike with surprise, but there are things you can do to prepare and survive.
And Central Texas leads the nation on training and innovation. KITV's Alex Boyer has the 3 things you need to know to survive a workplace shooting.
It's a terrifying situation where split-second decisions matter.
Or boom!
So far this year, there have been 13 active shooter incidents. Last year, we hit a record-breaking 15.
It's really tough to figure out who that next active shooter is going to be because we haven't identified, a common thread that runs through all of them.
And surviving one depends on your next move.
It's not a fight about who's tougher or who's meaner.
Pete Blair is an instructor with the Alert Center at Texas State University.
You see in that room, they didn't take any defensive action.
His job is to make sure
He left, came back, and shot him.
you make it out alive.
You should be taking cheap shots, gouging eyes, biting, pulling hair, whatever you can do.
Blair teaches 3 strategies he calls ADD. The first concept is to avoid.
Get out of there if you can.
If a shooter enters your office, climb out a window or run out a back door
Now I'm looking right at my exit door here.
and run
So
to
when I
safety.
go, I'm just going to go, boom, and I'm out the door. It's got all these glass windows that show there. So
But
it's not
what if you can't
close those levers?
and find yourself trapped?
Close and lock the door. Turn that off makes it harder to see that there's somebody in the office.
The goal is to deny access to the gunman.
Anything to get in front of the door to make it a little bit harder to get in there, make access more difficult.
Like a table, office equipment, even a simple doorstop. But even that may not be enough. So your last resort, get ready to defend.
It's probably better to be closer to that entryway where you could take them on upon entry where they haven't been able to locate your position.
Disarming the shooter
It's just going to be like that.
before he makes it through the door.
If you have paperweights around, scissors, things like that, anything you can use to bludgeon or stab that person.
Remember, it's an unfair fight, and your only goal is to survive.
It is a fight to see who goes home that night.
So let's recap. If you can make it out safe, run. But if you find yourself trapped in an office like this, first and foremost, make sure you stay away from any glass or windows. And then next, make sure you lock the door and barricade it. You want to keep yourself safely inside, but perhaps most importantly, stay close to that point of entry. That way, as soon as the gunman walks through the door, that's your best chance to knock the gun out of his hand. Remember, it's that element of surprise that could save your life. Walt, Judy?
Good advice. ADD, avoid, deny, defend. Thanks, Alex.